Hi everyone, welcome to this week. It's Art Weekly and it's December. I'm starting to drag decorations out from under the stairs and I've been working like crazy to get a good collection of mini artworks, some on paper, some on watercolour 400 GSM, some on 300 GSM, some on canvas paper. You can get pads of canvas thin, and I've been quite enjoying working on that. So, I guess it's a bit like a canvas board without the board. So I've managed to get this little corner straight, but there's clutter and stuff and materials everywhere. We've broken through, so maybe as the days go on, I can show you a bit more of what's happening up there. But there's still quite a bit of noise, so I'm choosing my moments carefully. Actually, what I thought was that I felt after last week that I wanted to put black down. So I found these canvas boards. I've got a pack of 3. So I thought I'll put some black to get me going, and I've pulled that picture and I fancy having a go on one of them, at least having a go at that. And then to lose the excess black, I pulled out a paperwork that I started in the summer. It was a little plein air thing that didn't come to anything, and I thought I'll just wash that. So it's on a nice piece of 300. and then I thought, I haven't been up here, so that's as far as I got with this figure that I love. So I thought I'll have another go and see how she looks in a larger format maybe, and just to keep trying to get a feel or an idea for what it is that I want to do. So this is quite gloopy. I'll let her dry. When I said it was jumbled, oh, it really is a bit of a jumble, a lot of a jumble. So having got that little corner sorted, I think I've basically, it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. I've just been shifting things from one place and overloading here. I'll try and get a little bit straight this morning. I've had ideas on the board. Let me grab it. I woke up this morning thinking about the ground, the daisy ground that I put on a card. I couldn't even remember where the camera was then. And I thought, why don't I make up a similar, obviously it will never be the same, but a similar daisy ground, paint it up, and then instead of popping in my bird, I'm going to pop in a figure. I enjoyed that amalgamation, that bit of abstract bird garden. So I think I'm going to go abstract, but abstract figure garden. Please. I really like the figure, and I really like the spareness of it again. So I have choices: work on what I've already got, or keep that and start up another. And I think I need a t-shirt with start another. I think I will start another because I rather like what I've got there. Before I begin the tidy up, I thought I'd just say I bought a few of these small rings and a few larger ones last year with every intention of filling them with dried flowers, and I got all the flowers together, but I just didn't get round to it. So they've just been sitting here, and it was Sue, lovely Sue in New Zealand, who sent me the picture of the birds framed, and she had something like this in her display, and it gave me the idea, the inspiration, the inspo to do something else with the rings. So later on I'll try and build up a couple of those to hang. So I've got a surface, I feel a little bit better, and I can have a go now at putting some florals down on one or more of those 3 boards. I've just got some titanium white. I'm just thinking about those daisies.
Oh gosh, another one.
Well, wouldn't you know it? Where's the figure? That just appeared, and I decided, well, I can't, I've got to run with it, I think. yeah, another pot of flowers. So no worries, we'll see where the other two might like to go. I'm addicted to the green and the yellow. So maybe I might make this little three. I might make these 3 canvas boards. I might go tones and shades of green, yellow, white and black and enjoy that. Also, my beady eyes are looking at that roll of wallpaper that I did way back in the spring, early summer, and I feel like I want to unravel some of that as well for a little bit of inspiration. Maybe I could put a figure into something on the roll. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back in the cabin. It just widens my thinking. Ideas are formulating. I percolate when I'm in the cabin. Let's see. Morning, everyone. Oh, a bit low. Let's just come up a bit. This week's sewing project, I've got an old pair of jeans that I keep for patching, and as much as I love a new jumper, I'm really attached to my old jumpers, but old jumpers sprout holes. So I've had an idea to patch. I've got one hole on one sleeve, so I thought I've cut some star shapes. If I patch, I might also introduce a couple more star shapes on one sleeve. Might be quite fun. So that's my little sewing project for today, for this morning, before I get back into the cabin. I like the zigzag. I like doing, I'll put it on a small zigzag stitch and see how that works out. I've never done it before. I suppose I could sew that by hand, but I'm going to see how the machine copes with it. Oh, I was wondering if I'd caught 2 pieces together. That was incredibly tricky, but it's on there. It's on. And I'll finish it by hand. I'll cut these threads off. I could do with some sharper scissors that haven't been ruined by paper or paint. So now I need to get the jumper on. I think it's because it's a nice lamb's wool jumper that I'm quite attached to it. It's warm. It's too tricky on the machine to manoeuvre the sleeve. I've got the small one on, but I'm going to have to do a bit of quick unpick just to get that better, and hand stitch. And then I've got the third one that might go there. However, if you wanted to put them on the main body of the jumper, it would be a doddle on the machine because obviously you've got more room to manoeuvre. I've saved the jumper. I'm really pleased about that. I've also been asked, when I've shown sewing here before, some lovely viewers have asked about this painting. This painting is on board, and it's been ongoing for years and years and years. Lauren was quite young, and it's developed over time. It's been lots of different colours. I could make more of the grass. It's unfinished, but I quite like it. Well, I like it very much, actually. It was out in the breakfast area, and then we moved it here. So that's that. So that's what that painting is. I found a home to display some of the smalls that I will at some point put on the web shop. I love these, the little frames Craig's made, cradle frames, nice and deep, chunky, for the canvas. This is what they look like in depth before they get framed. So I've got a couple here waiting frames, those. These are the unframed, we made them a bit chunkier, and I'm rather like those. So it's a really nice ongoing project. When I feel like working small, it's a nice thing to do, and I can do that work on the kitchen table. And I've also unearthed in my clear up my lovely little mini concertina that I started and actually didn't get much further than that with. So I woke up this morning with ideas. Oh, patches! Before I came up, I couldn't resist it. I had to have a go at using the sewing machine to get the big star on the body of the jumper, and I really like that. And now, oh my god, now I'm just thinking, oh, what else could I add? So I woke up thinking about the patches and thinking about doing a concertina. So I've got the reverse side, or I could immerse some figures into what I've already got, but I'm not sure on that. But what I can do in here, a concertina of figures. So I know the idea, the general thinking is you start in your sketchbook and then you go into canvas. And for me, it's just a play between the two things, a bit here and a bit there, and one thing will lead to another. So I'm really excited about that. Because it's in the smaller concertina, that will make a really good kitchen table project. I'm going to take the green and the yellow and see what I can get by adding black and adding white. And the green and the yellow together. So keeping a really restricted palette, I'm going to try as hard as I can. I've got the green, I'm just going to mix the green into the yellow, and we're going to get a yellowy green, which is rather lovely. That is more or less expected. Let's just squeeze more yellow in. Oh yeah, a really good dollop of yellow. I can hear the refuse lorry. I don't know what I'm doing here other than just having a bit of a mess with the colour. I just want to see what comes. So now if I take a nice squeeze of yellow, so if I add just a tiny bit of carbon black in there, it's going to give me that lovely khaki colour. Oh, I adore that. That's a really lovely, that's a lovely deep. And I love that brush. What is this brush? The brush with no name. Oh yes, it's a cheapy brush. It's a 16 round, and I can't make out the name. It's something very cheap, but that makes, I like that mark. So then what I could do, I could take the yellow, more yellow, a little bit of black, it's probably already too much, and and some white, and go let's see what we get. So that's a rather nice green. I'm just going to pull that down. I quite like that. Oh, I quite like that. These are just little inexpensive things from the hardware store. All I'm trying to do at this point, just experiment with the colour and try and introduce some of the colour on across every board. That way they are cohesive. We know that the white with the yellow will give us a very lemon, and the green will go light green. Where's the black again? But I'm going to just give the black, put a little bit of black with the white. To get a grey, and I'm just going to mix that on the board. Okay. So this is how it goes when you work in a series. That's my least favourite. That's number 2, and I like that one. I like that one because it's looking like a pretty picture. However, what is also really exciting and interesting when you work across 2, 3, 5 paintings, if you're using a restricted colour palette, they change. What you like, you don't like. Your favourite becomes your least favourite becomes favourite. What I could do at this point now then, I could just turn them so that when I come in, the next time I look at them, I won't be turning that one because I think, well, maybe I could turn that one. I will turn it. I'm going to turn them all, come in and look at them. This one, to me, my thinking is, it's so busy, it's got so much blend, if you like, it needs now something clean through it. So a patch of clean, pure colour as opposed to all these mixes that I've dragged. We've knocked through, still a way to go. Insulation's going in and then this will be panelled. But the space and the light is a thrill. So I apologise for the noise. In editing I can't hear it when I'm recording, but when I come to edit it's quite noisy on one particular piece, so I apologise for that. We've got everything running at the moment, dehumidifier, heater, and then obviously the noise travels through. Craig's busy cladding, the core 10 is going on the outer, so when we get a break in the weather he works outside, and then when it's raining he'll come and do some inside. So we are getting there, and I really can honestly say, hand on heart, it's so worthwhile. I like that I've got a view from this window. I think because it's quite cold and noisy, I'll wrap it up for this week. Oh, I will show you, let me grab it, hold on. All the paint dried nicely on my boards, and I'll probably have to take a photograph, but I did pop in the outline of that same girl. I think that's how I'll run with that one in particular. Noise outside. So for next week I will carry on with these three. And the other thing that I want to do, if I get a chance, because now it's Wednesday afternoon and I'm really cutting it fine to get this uploaded for tomorrow, but I want to show mixing grey from the black and the white, and then putting the grey into different greens and different yellows. I might have to save that for next week, but so we'll carry on with the trio next week. And I have put some new things on the web shop. If anyone's thinking of gifts, I will do my best to get any orders to the post office ASAP if they come in. Have a go at, if not a series, even one painting. Take two colours plus black plus white and see what you can mix, and hang in with a limited palette. It's quite a good challenge. Have a fantastic week. Thank you as always for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that lovely support, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.